Have you ever asked yourself where the universe came from?
Yes, Dr. Craig. That's something I've pondered on for many years.
Was there a beginning to the universe? Or does it just go back and back forever?
In the video I'm responding to, Dr. Craig describes how what he calls naturalists have assumed for a very long time that the universe was eternal and didn't have a beginning. You can see the whole video by clicking on the link in the description box of this video. Thanks to Einstein, Edwin Hubble and George Lemaitre and others, we are now reasonably certain that the universe had a starting point about 13.8 billion years ago. Many theists have latched onto this by saying, "Aha, see, the universe hasn't always existed, therefore God created it. The Bible was right all along." The Kalam Cosmological Argument is really quite simple, despite all the philosophical qualifiers Dr. Craig likes to add to it. Are you ready? Here it comes.
We can summarize the argument thus far as follows. Premise 1, whatever begins to exist has a cause. 2, the universe began to exist. 3, therefore, the universe has a cause. Given the truth of the two premises, the conclusion necessarily follows.
However, if it can be shown that either of the two premises are flawed, then the conclusion does not necessarily follow. I submit that premise 1 and 2 are both flawed. I'll deal with them in reverse order because premise 2 is only slightly flawed. By saying that the universe began to exist, it could be misunderstood to mean that there was a time before the universe. But given that Einstein's theory of general relativity tells us that space and time are inextricably linked in what we call space-time, we cannot have one without the other. To the best of our knowledge, space-time had a start point 13.8 billion years ago. It's a bit like the Kelvin temperature scale. There's no such thing as a temperature below 0 Kelvin, or minus 273 degrees Celsius. We understand that temperature is determined by the jiggling of atoms. The less they jiggle, the colder they are. They cannot jiggle less than not at all, so that is the bottom end of the temperature scale. Similarly, if space-time doesn't go back further than 13.8 billion years, then it's meaningless to speak of 14 billion years ago. Now, back to premise 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. Okay, say I want to cause a watertight juice bottle to exist. I can take this part, and I can take this part, put them together like so, and now I don't soak myself when I turn the thing upside down. I have caused this watertight bottle to exist at this point in time. Causes always precede effects, right? That is how it seems to be, but every cause and effect relationship we can think of exists within the universe. So we need to add our own qualifier to premise 1. Whatever begins to exist within the universe has a cause. Since we live within the universe, what sense does it make to apply what we understand about cause and effect to the universe itself? How can the universe begin to exist within the universe? The universe is the universe. As I already mentioned, premise 2 is clumsily phrased. It would be more accurate to say, the universe appears to have a start point. So now that we have tidied up the first two premises, what is the conclusion? I would suggest that it would be, therefore we cannot assume that this line of reasoning leads us to a God. Dr. Craig goes on to speculate about what the cause of the universe must be like, but I don't think that he can even get that far using the Kalam Cosmological Argument. Here's a sample of the direction he's taking it.
Now, what sort of cause is this? Well, from the very nature of the case, this cause must be an uncaused, changeless, timeless, and immaterial being which created the universe.
Like I said, I don't think that he has successfully argued that the universe has a cause in the sense that we understand what causes are. We are tiny compared with the planet we live on, and our planet is tiny compared with the solar system, let alone the galaxy, let alone the universe. We might never be able to figure out all of the mysteries of existence, but not knowing something does not automatically mean that a god is responsible. There may well be a god or gods in existence somewhere, but I don't think that Kalam is a good argument for the existence of such things.
Isn't it nice when things just work?